Hi, this is Steve KRONEN. I'm going to read a sonnet titled The World Before Them. The title is taken from Milton, Paradise Lost. At the very end of Paradise Lost, here, I'll quote it. The world was all before them, where to choose, their place of rest and providence their guide. They, hand in hand, with wandering steps and slow, through Eden took their solitary way. So again, that's from the end of Paradise Lost, and it's a beautiful ending after the supposed fall from grace, but Milton ends it with the two of them, Adam and Eve, walking hand in hand. Indeed, he says through Eden. He doesn't say out of Eden, but it's a very touching ending. Anyway, this sonnet is called The World Before Them. Actually, it was sweet and heavy with juice, and we passed it back and forth, a river of nectar running down her chin and mine, until we were full and our faces shone, and could not tell receiver from giver. I loved its weight in my hand, bruised just a little from having fallen from those high green limbs. And we took its seed and planted more when we left that place, so we'd always be sure to have its taste upon our tongues. That was her idea, freed us from worrying about the future, and all in all we didn't. We ate them to the core. It's as though we'd been provided for. This poem is titled Snow in Miami, 1977. It actually snowed in Miami in 1977. Snow in Miami, 1977. Those clouds were an unknown dark, not the purple of our summer downpours, but an uncatalogable gray like the color of a half-recalled dream in which something is explained and satisfies the sleeper who cannot carry it back to wakefulness. The moon swathed the pale buildings in a white so quiet you'd have swaddled a baby in it, while the stars turned and turned above the house. It was beautiful and stretched forever, the air so clear that each lit window across the field was a sail full of wind, a polar wind. And half asleep you could hear the voice of one who loved you years ago, who loved you no matter what. Darling, it said, please close the door. It's cold. It's so cold. I'd like to read one of my favorite poems. It's from Horace's Odes, Second Odes, number 14, and it's a translation by David FERRY. It's a magnificent translation. To Postumus. How the years go by, alas, how the years go by. Behaving well can do nothing at all about it. Wrinkles will come, old age will come, and death, indomitable. Nothing at all will work. Offer in pledge 300 oxen a day. Unweeping Pluto will never be appeased. Giants he holds in thrall down there forever, on the other bank of that dark stream that all who eat and drink the good things of the earth must cross at last, whoever they may be, rich man or poor man, whatever, it doesn't matter. In vain that you fear what's born on the sick south wind, In vain that you survived the bloody field. In vain that you made for port, having ridden out Adriatic. It doesn't matter at all. However it happens, each one of us shall come to see the black river Cocytus wandering through the region where Danaus's wicked daughters endlessly suffer, and Sisyphus forever labors on. Each one of us must leave the earth he loves, and leave his home, and leave his tender wife, and leave the trees he planted and took good care of. Only the cypress grows along those banks, and your heir will drink the choice Cacuban wine you did not know you were saving for him when you locked it up securely in your cellar. The wine he spills is priceless. It doesn't matter.
Thomas Berry was a priest of the Passionist order, an historian, a scholar of world religions, an author of numerous books that have really influenced many of us who are interested in what might be considered eco-spirituality, and really has influenced the work of Earth Ethics Institute at Miami-Dade College and what we call Earth Literacy at the college. This is a poem by Drew Dellinger called Carolina Prophet, poem for Thomas Berry. As I read this poem, bear in mind that the Latin root word for evolution is evolvere, which means to unfold. So this is Carolina Prophet. We were dreamed in the cores of the stars. Like the stars, we were meant to unfold. We were dreamed in the depths of the undulating ocean. Like the waves, we were meant to unfold. Like bursting supernovas, birthing elements, which crucibles give rise to creativity. The world makes us its instrument. Father Thomas, speaking for stars in a voice old as wind. Origin moments are supremely important. What are the origins of a prophet? Found in syllables of Sanskrit or Chinese characters in a decade of midnight prayer? In childhood epiphanies rising like heat? Blue Carolina sky, dark pines, crickets, birds, sunlight on the lilies, in the meadow, across the creek. Born in Carolina on the eve of the Great War, Saturn conjoining Pluto in the sky, raised in a world of wires and wheels, watching dirt roads turn to pavement. Brooding intensity measuring loss when others could see only progress. White hair communing with angels of earth. Father Thomas reminding us we are constantly bathed in shimmering memories of originating radiance. We are constantly bathed in shimmering memories of originating radiance. The psychic stars, the conscious soil. This thin film of atmosphere, and only gravity holding the sea from the stars. When a vision of the universe takes hold in your mind, your soul becomes vast as the cosmos. When the mind is silent, everything is sacred. Like the spiral, like the lotus, like the waves, like the trees, like the stars, we were meant to unfold.
Greetings. It's a privilege to be here with you celebrating the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. In honor of the occasion, I'd like to read several poems. The first by Joy Harjo, the Poet Laureate of the United States of America. Her poem is called Remember. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the star stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown in the giving away to night. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth, whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. Remember. And the second poem by Gary SNYDER from his book Turtle Island, it's called Prayer for the Great Family. Gratitude to Mother Earth, sailing through night and day, and to her soil, rich, rare, and sweet in our minds, so be it. Gratitude to plants, the sun-facing, light-changing leaf, and fine root hairs, standing still through wind and rain. Their dance is in the flowering spiral grain. In our minds, so be it. Gratitude to air, bearing the soaring swift and silent owl at dawn. Breath of our song, clear spirit breeze. In our minds, so be it. Gratitude to wild beings, our brothers, teaching secrets, freedoms, and ways, who share with us their milk. Self-complete, brave, and aware. In our minds, so be it. Gratitude to the sun, blinding, pulsing light through trunks of trees, through mists, warming caves where bears and snakes sleep. He who wakes us. In our minds, so be it. Gratitude to the great sky, who holds billions of stars, and goes yet beyond that, beyond all powers and thoughts, and yet is within us, grandfather space. The mind is his wife, so be it.
Hi, my name is Andy QUIROGA, and I am the chair of the Arts and Philosophy Department at Miami-Dade College North Campus. I am also an instructor of the Korean martial art of Hapkido. Hapkido consists of 4 specific forms dedicated to the 4 elements of life. The first of which is Chun, which means earth. Now, in honor of Earth's Day, I would like to present to you the form Chun. 감사합니다.
Hi, I picked A Minor Bird by Robert Frost for my Earth Day poem. I love to sing, and I love to hear the birds sing early in the morning. A Minor Bird by Frost. I have wished the bird would fly away and not sing by my house all day. Have clapped my hands at him from the door when it seemed as if I could bear no more. The fault must partly have been in me. The bird was not to blame for his key. And of course, there must be something wrong in wanting to silence any song.